Tomorrow we are leaving at 4:30 in the morning. It is now 8:30 in the evening and we are just about okay. On the trip we have myself, Rafe, Alec, who's riding the Hunter. We've got Chris filming. We've got Danny driving the Landy and Dunstan driving the camera vehicle.
Well, the bike is called the Hunter, the OEM Hunter, and it's built for a good friend of ours, Mr. Haravan. He's helped us out a lot, doing a lot of promotional work with us, and amongst other things, just getting sort of the business, you know, giving us a hand where we needed a hand.
So the idea about this trip really came around because Matt, who owns the Hunter, decided that he was going to France to work on a vineyard. He basically invited us to go out to France to see him and do like a little road trip thing. And we were like, yeah, okay, I mean, yeah, it sounds good, but you know, we're so busy with everything else that's going on. We've got this show, blah, 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 blah. And then that kind of just tweaked in my mind the idea of making it into a big surprise where we ride the bikes all the way down to Perpignan, where the vineyard is in southern France, over 1,000 miles, and surprise him.
There's many thoughts going through my head right now concerning the trip. I think it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to see what Matt's reaction is when he sees the bike, because he actually hasn't seen it in this form, and he hasn't even chosen the colour or anything, so I'm hoping he likes it. Yeah, we'll just see how things go, really. I mean, it'll be a bit of an adventure.
How are you feeling, Greg?
Pretty good, pretty tired.
But ready to go.
I can't get this whole arm.
Do you know how to do it up?
Yeah.
No, it comes back this way.
It's on TV. The big thing for this bike, and why I was so keen to work on it, was because it's a 1980 Honda Super Dream, so this is a 250. Everybody had these. This was just like the commuter bike. It went on forever. It was just, you know, everybody knew them. And they've never been used for anything, ever. I mean, I have seen customs, but I've never seen any decent customs. I haven't seen a different take on it either. And I think it's really important to show the potential behind these builds that don't get used for anything. So, I mean, essentially, you know, these donor bikes, which are hundreds of pounds rather than your thousands of pounds for your Harley and everything, but you have foundations for what can be a really cool custom, you know, for relatively, you know, a small amount of money. But it shows, or hopefully it will show other people that you don't need a Harley, you don't need a, you know, your W650s or whatever to turn into something really different. You know, this is an extreme example of something you could do a lot simpler if you wanted to. It's more about taking what has been done before and what people have seen before and sort of mixing it together with things you might not have thought you could mix together to turn it into something really fresh.
20 years ago it won this way, and I think about it every day. Don't wanna let you down.
I can't believe they performed so well. And the only reason this is like this is because I stopped it, you see, got a wasp in the ear. Yeah, I came in there, and then I pulled up next to Rafe, and then all of a sudden I like turned around, I was like, yeah, and it went zip, I was like, ah!
This is what custom motorcycles are all about, you know, tinkering with them, making them run, and then doing that final 15 minutes, arriving home, you know, with a smile on your face.
Basically, these little bleeding screws are slightly corroded on the end, and they were fine, but when I just stopped there, it's just started to leak out of one of the drained, so I'm just trying to tighten it up.
How was the ride otherwise?
Awesome, it was really, really good. First time, it goes like the crappers. I was at a race, so I was gonna say surprised. Surprised not the right word. Yeah, pleased with.
I've had a brilliant day. Been absolutely amazing. From half floor this morning, it's been about probably around 500 miles. And tomorrow I am looking forward to just riding, as far south as we can. We might even get a spark of life. Another 5 minutes.
Not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. We left the bikes out in the rain last night, so they're very, very soaked. I'm going to ride with a towel under my bum, whereas Alex going for the wet ass approach.
Ooh yeah.
We've got to get on the road. We've got about 12 hours of riding ahead.
Ready to rock.
Yep. Amazing. That's 1,000 miles in 2 days with a couple of 250s, some awesome helmets, some awesome clothes, some awesome accessories. Going all this way, having an amazing time with some friends. Stayed here last night, just try and get a really good night's sleep. We've got a long, long day tomorrow, and
You know that's today.
yeah, that's today. Oh, God. We're actually going to surprise Matt today. Then once we surprise him, we're trying to get him on the bike as soon as we can. We're like, there you go, and then go out for a ride and let him take us around the local area.
Feel good?
Yes, feels good. Okay, so we are about 5 minutes down the road from where Matt is. So Lydia, his girlfriend, said that she would get him to the cafe for past. It's now 15:15. Everything so far has worked out really great, so keep your fingers crossed and hopefully this will work out really well.
What's happening now, Dunstan?
Now we're about to do the sneaky and sneak a cameraman, which is Yusa, into Matty's lair. Let's go. Nothing coming. It'll be really good if I stalled it right now on camera. We're all good. We're all good. Let's go! 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 Go!
I wonder what this guy was doing here.
What's doing you here? This is your bike, man. Alright?
Video, what's on?
Oh yeah, let me get this off that.
Good job.
That is beautiful, boys.
It's alright, isn't it? It's cool.
No idea whatsoever. Thoroughly surprised. Just hanging out, me and my other half were down the pub, sitting there, and a friend rocked up and said, "Want to go for a ride?" It is sweet. I'm so chuffed. I can't thank them enough. It really is epic. It's so cool.
It's all blurred.
How many days does it take to get here?
We did it in 2 days. This is the third day.
What's the other bike?
It looks epic.
You like it?
Yeah, it looks
I was
flipping
really
epic.
worried.
Favourite bits, this angle here, so you can see the whole tank up and over, down wheel, drop down handlebars. Favourite, really favourite bit, the speedo, the Smith clocks and all of this, which has now been buffed. Oh, scotched up. Amazing, just so much detail, and they've gone to town, they really have. I just genuinely haven't got enough words to say thank you. It's just beautiful. You just wouldn't believe it's the same bike. It's just unbelievable. It's much more of a masculine bike, because before it's just a lumpy weight. Now it's a piece of art, and a working piece of art. If anyone wants to get into motorcycles, this is what you need. This is what you need. I'll just take my hat off to it. It's just amazing. Amazing bunch of guys. Can't believe they've done it. They've driven like 1,000 odd miles. It's amazing.